Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caroline Campbell, and as Urban Project and Tree Equity Programme Officer for the Woodland Trust, I'm here to share with you today about tree equity. And to do that, I'd like to take you on a little journey in your minds, if that's okay. So, if you could imagine two streets in the same city, in the middle of a hot summer heat wave. The first street is lined with mature trees. The canopy provides shade, keeping temperatures bearable. The air feels fresher, and birdsong replaces the hum of traffic. Walking down this road, people feel a sense of calm and peace. People linger outside and children play and businesses thrive because it's a place where people want to be. But the second street is different. There's barely any greenery. It's become an urban heat island with temperatures soaring up to 10 degrees hotter than average. Air pollution is higher and respiratory illnesses are more prevalent. People stay inside. Those who walk outside rush through, avoiding the harsh sun and unshaded pavements. I wonder which street you'd rather walk down, which street you'd rather live on. It's an easy choice, really, isn't it? That first street is at the bottom of my road where I live in Greater Manchester. It's the only place I can walk my dog in summer because it's the only place with enough shade to cool the pavements. In autumn, over the years, my children have enjoyed stamping and kicking leaves, marvelling at their colours and collecting conkers. Here, people stop and talk to each other and say hello. The houses are more expensive and they sell quickly. But the second street is where I park my car when I take my children to school. And when I return just 10 minutes later, the heat inside my car is unbearably hot. It's sweltering and I rush to lower my window. My legs are uncomfortable on the hot chair, and my steering wheel is hot beneath my hands. People don't stop and talk here because they rush to get home into the shade. This is tree inequity in action in the town where I live, but it's a reality in towns and cities across the UK because even though most of us don't realise it, urban tree cover isn't evenly distributed. Lower income areas tend to have fewer trees, leaving them hotter, more polluted, and less healthy. Tree equity is about ensuring everyone, regardless of postcode and background, has access to the wide ranging, life changing benefits of trees. The good news? We have the tools and the data to start to fix this, and I'm going to share those with you today. Created in partnership between the Woodland Trust, American Forests and Centre for Sustainable Healthcare, Tree Equity Score UK finally gives us the evidence to prove these disparities that we've long known have existed. It measures tree canopy data against social and environmental data in a free to access tool that helps us prioritise where to plant trees for the greatest impact. This is a game changer for urban planning, policy and development. And whilst I'll show you the tool briefly in this presentation, we do have further guides online and I'd be happy to arrange a follow-up with anyone who'd like a full demonstration. So the tool uses canopy data provided by Google. Using their aerial imagery, we calculate tree canopy cover at a street level and turn that into a percentage at a neighbourhood scale based on lower super output area or data zones in Scotland. It uses these 6 data sets to measure the socio-economic and environmental needs of a neighbourhood in order to calculate a priority index that measures the tree canopy cover needed to provide the benefits of trees to meet the individual needs of that community. When you first access the tool, it shows a map of composite tree equity scores at a local authority level, with orange showing lower tree equity and green higher. And if we click on Tameside where I live, and you saw earlier, there's a composite score for the local authority of 87. This is a broad, rough average of the individual neighbourhoods, but the exact methodology that we use to calculate that is detailed on the website. And as we zoom in further, this is where the disparities become apparent, and we can see tree equity and canopy cover at a neighbourhood level. Clicking on the neighbourhood where I live, you can see that we have a score of 88, making us a moderate priority for tree equity. So we're doing okay, but we could be doing better, and we're not doing as well as some of those communities around us. So we can see on the left that there's a canopy cover of 17%, falling 7% short of the goal that has been set. The tool uses a baseline of 30% based on public health benefits research, but does adjust up and down based on the density of a neighbourhood. We can also see that it's an area with high levels of deprivation in terms of health, income, and employment, so it needs more trees. The tool gives us the ability to view neighbourhoods using various layers of data. So tree equity score is the default view, but you're also able to view tree canopy cover, the priority index, air pollution, income, health, employment ranking, and heat disparity. This, combined with further filtering and reporting features that are available, provide valuable information and data for anyone working in a neighbourhood to understand that community at a geographical, environmental and social level, to be able to fully comprehend the impact both needed and possible within that area. So you might be sitting here now thinking, but that all sounds interesting, but I don't work in the environmental sector. But trees are more than just the environment, and they apply to every person, every role, every sector, every industry, because trees are more than just carbon reducing giants. They increase house prices by an average of 15% and see them sell 1.7 days faster. They attract shoppers who spend longer shopping and are willing to pay higher prices. They make areas safer by reducing crime and traffic accidents. They reduce urban heat, mitigate flooding, reduce storm damage, decrease insurance risks, and lower energy costs. They boost mental health immediately, with visits to woodlands being estimated to save the NHS £185 million annually. People see that reduction in stress and alleviation in blood pressure as soon as they enter nature, not tomorrow or next year. And they increase active travel. In schools, they increase motivation to learn and academic attainment, and in businesses, they reduce staff absenteeism and improve productivity. So the evidence for trees is overwhelming, and this is just the beginning. There is so much academic research that I couldn't fit everything into a single slide if I tried. So when you weigh up all that evidence for trees, it's hard not to see their benefit in every sector and every industry. And therefore, those industries and those sectors' responsibility. Trees aren't just a nice to have, they must be considered critical infrastructure, the same as lampposts or street signs. And they make smart business sense because considering trees and tree equity aligns with BNG and MPPF policy requirements for healthy places. It increases profitability, improves climate resilience, and it future proofs our developments for people, planet, and profit. But tree equity isn't just a concept, it's about action and impact, providing environmental and social value. In Hortonville, Newark, the Woodland Trust are partnering with the council, local charities, and the community to plant trees where they're needed most and also where they are wanted. This isn't just tree planting, it's community led transformation with clear social value assessment as well as environmental impact. And this project is proving that tree equity is desirable, it's needed, it's fundable, and its impact is wide and measurable. But future-proofing urban development means ensuring that green infrastructure is integrated into the built environment from day one with a plan for its future. Tree Equity Score UK provides anyone working within the built environment with a free to access data driven tool that gives a clear roadmap towards BNG and MPPF targets, as well as aligning ESG policies with social value and supporting a data driven approach to maximising the impact of investment in green infrastructure for people, for planet, and for business. So if you're developing land, this tool can help you increase the impact of your projects while delivering real benefit to communities. So as you leave here today and return to your projects, I ask you to ask yourself, are you designing for tree equity? Are you ensuring that every community gets the benefit of urban trees? Are you treating trees as critical infrastructure rather than just decoration? And are you planning for their future, ensuring that you are leaving a lasting legacy? The great thing is that when done right, This isn't just about ticking a policy box. It's about creating healthier, more resilient, and more valuable places for people, for business, and for the planet. Because when we prioritise tree equity, everybody wins.